Hello and welcome to another video from oorail. This video is to introduce a new project that we're working on. This is a Class 42 by Lima. It's about 30 years old and it's one we picked up secondhand off of eBay. You can find these on eBay pretty easily. They're an okay model, they're not great compared to the newer versions, and we just recently picked up a brand new Class 42 by Bachmann. So what we'll do is we'll have a video on that shortly and you can kind of compare the two. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this model back into a more modern state so it fits better with the layout. And what that's going to involve is basically repainting it with full yellow ends as well as repainting it in BR blue. The person who painted this before did an okay job but not great. So we're going to try to sand out the kind of extra paint parts that they added where it wasn't smooth, and we're going to add lighting and just generally improve the model. By going with a later kind of BR blue look, what we're going to be able to do is weather it as well pretty heavily, so hopefully we'll be able to get a good effect with it. Now it's a older model, so I'm not expecting it to run too often, which is the other reason we're putting it into kind of a BR blue livery. So this first part of the project is to sort of give you an overview of what we're going to do, and I'll take time out over the next couple of weeks to work on this. So hopefully by the end of January we'll have this up running and in good shape. So if you want to follow along, you can actually pick up these models off of eBay pretty easily, especially in the UK. I wouldn't pay more than about £20 for one, and that's kind of paying probably a little bit too much. We paid a little bit under $20, so about £10–12 or so. I think it would be a kind of appropriate price. This is very easy to open, but before I do that, I'm just going to give you a quick run through on some of the tools and paints that you'll need. So what we're going to do with this particular model is we're going to add some interior lighting as well as illuminating the head code. And so that's going to involve removing the old head codes that are there and replacing it with a kind of a transparent film that's been printed on the laser printer. So we'll have a video here coming up as part of the series on how to do that, but what you will need, and it's kind of hard to track down, at least it was for me here in the States, is a way to kind of get that plastic out. It's kind of a sealed piece, and it looks like the person who owned this kind of glued it in place. So to get rid of the head code that's already there, what we're going to do is we're actually going to use a drill. Now if you use a power drill or something like a Dremel, because this model is about 30 years old, you run the risk of breaking the plastic or damaging it in a way that's not really what you're looking to do. So what we're going to use is this hand drill. And this is a jeweler's hand drill. We picked it up off of eBay for about $8, and we also bought a set of jeweler's drill bits that cost about $2 or $3. So about $10 or $12 at most for this. And what this will allow you to do is you basically will drill out the four corners of the existing head codes, and you should be able to pop it out relatively easy with a knife. In addition to that, we're also going to use some paint thinner. That was probably not necessary on most models, but if there's any kind of residual paint or kind of printed on signs or numbers that you want to remove, that's probably the best way to do it. We're going to use the Umbral rail colors. So this one is BR blue, which is ORC 411. And you can get these if you're in the States from Hornby, USA. It only took about 2 or 3 days to get it. I'm actually using two containers of this paint, just because I think it's going to probably use it. Now to do the full yellow ends, you're going to need the similar kind of rail colors. So this is RC 407, and that gives us the warning yellow. And then finally we have RC 406, which is what we're going to use for the buffer beams. So these were about, I think, $2 maybe each, so it's not very expensive, about $8 there for that. You're also going to need probably an X-Acto knife and a miniature screwdriver as well. So first thing you need to do is to open up the model and separate the body shell from the chassis. And to do that, it's pretty easy. If I flick it here on its side, you'll see that there's a kind of a notch here, a clip there, and a notch on the other side. And what you do is you just basically pry the chassis away from the body shell at those two notches. Once the notches break free, you can pry it off on one side and then flip it over and pry it off on the other. And it's relatively easy to do. And you can see here, there was actually the original Greyhound stickers were glued on there, so we used the X-Acto knife to pop those off. Now, if I open this up, this actually had this transparent kind of plastic piece in it, and what this does is actually provides the windows on the side, so we're going to clean that up. If you notice, this piece here is missing, and we found it rattling around inside the chassis, so it's going to need some Loctite to glue that back on. So while we're painting and stuff, we'll be able to let that set with the glue. And there's not really a whole lot to this. You have your standard Ringfield type motor, a big kind of semi-rusted weight. We'll probably sand that down and repaint the weight just so that it isn't rusting in there. And then you just have the pickup on the other side. So we'll probably tap into the wiring that's there to get us the lighting on either end, and make sure that the motor gets a bit of an overhaul too while we're at it. This part of the chassis is also going to need this repainted to BR blue, and I also have the black paint, so I may touch this up as well, as it's looking pretty shabby. But all in all, it's not a bad model, so we're going to go and hopefully make it a lot better though. So you can see here that they kind of a plastic attempt at the head coats by Lima, and so what you can do is you basically need to pop these out. So you can see we popped that side out already, and we'll pop out the other one with the drill here shortly. And once we get all four of those out, we'll have the holes there in place for using the transparent film instead. And by using the transparency film, we can actually get a base in there for illuminating it from behind with the lights, and it'll look pretty nice. Alright, so that's it basically for part one. We just wanted to introduce the project. I'll be working on this, like I said, over the next couple of weeks, so we'll do a couple more videos as part of the project, and we'll see it progress. And like I said, if you want to join in, you can feel free by commenting below on the video, and you can also try to pick up one of these on eBay and grab the paints and follow along. So we're going to probably be doing this about one day a week for the next couple of weeks. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time.